Hello folks, today we're playing the new Astroneer update for March 2018. This is update 0.6.5. It doesn't really have a proper name as far as I know, but it does improve the Rovers, it adds a splitter, and it increases the ability for you to know what the hell you're doing with power using better visualizations, which we'll see in a bit. And it also gives us a lot more options for base building, particularly in terms of different size platforms and new really large storage and stuff like that. And first of all, you may notice that the Rover looks slightly different now. This is a little chain of three I've been working with. They've just added a couple of extra slots here and there. So now there's a rather useful extra bit of storage right on the front. Apparently you can't actually use those slots though. I mean, look here. You can't use the slots when it's actually connected up. Look, they kind of like flip over when you detach. But let's lock it back up again. Get back in, get back in. There we go. And we can no longer use those slots. So really, all it does is, even if you've got a long chain of them, you've basically got 4 extra slots, which is all very nice. I had to park that quite a bit away from my base because I'm trying to rearrange things. And this base is actually one I used on my last Astroneer stream. But since the end of the stream, I've reorganised the base quite substantially. Including, I've been sorting out the whole power situation. Here's my little power platform. And as you can see, the power is going into this little splitter over here. This is the new splitter. We use this to actually make one of these. If you don't know, it's a bit hard to actually work this out because you actually use the small fabricator, which is... I haven't really used this, actually bothered to use this before. Let's actually get a bit closer. Oh, Q. Right. This gives you... There is the splitter. You have to unlock this. You have to have researched it. A few other things as well. All very nice. So basically you need 1 copper. So that's fairly cheap. And once you've made it, you just have to plug in your power wires as per usual. Let's just redo that. As in the previous updates, you have to do it from kind of source to destination to make sure that the arrow is going in the right direction. Otherwise, this happens. It's just chaos. Chaos! Depravity! And just general orgies. Right, there we go. That's more like it. And as you can see, half the power is going over to our research area, which is now out of researchables, and the other half is going to the absolutely everything else, basically. However, you can actually redirect the flow. That's the whole point of the splitter. Now, if you go to this interface, and this is the power going in. We've currently got 7 happening in the grid at the moment, because it is windy and sunny. And coming out of it, on the left thing... Oh, what if you're trying to arrange this a bit better? The left output over here, which is this one, the middle one, and the right output is this one. So if we want to get more power going to our researchables, then I'd push that over to the right. And as you can see, the arrows, the chevrons, do dynamically change. These arrows, of course, this is the graphical update I was mentioning. It's a lot more easy to see what's going on. Oh dear, I've completely turned off the power to everything over here. For some reason, I've got a bit of extra power thing going on at the moment, but just ignore that spinning turbine. So I'll put it back to a more even keel. In fact, then push it all the way back the other way, and there's no power going to the researchables at all. Now, I really found a huge amount of use for this so far. However, what I do want to do, and this is what I probably will find a use for, is I want to make a kind of like a recharge bay for my Rover. I mean, what I could do is just like have him drive the Rover up to here and connect it up here. But I might want a few more options. I might want to make it so like I can turn off the researchables and only let the Rover be recharging and the machines over there be charging. So it gives me a few options if I have a little sort of well, think of as a garage, like oh god, the oxygen was a bit. Oh, there we go. That's more like it. I put a little garage where I can drive the Rover up to here, and then just have it as like a recharge socket. And what I'm thinking of doing is having another splitter. So I'll have a splitter goes to the splitter. It won't be perfect, but it'll be a thing. Anyway, let's have a look at before I go and get some more researchables. Let's have a look at some of the other things. Let's have a look at some of the options that we've got now for platforms and things. So that's the first one. Extra large platform. It's 3,000 bytes. Now, the reason why you might want this, other than the fact that it's extra large, is that I believe you need one of these to fit the new... Hang on, where's the storage? There it is. The new extra large storage, a kind of weird dome shaped thing. Apparently this can only fit on top of an extra large platform. So you actually have to unlock both at a cost of 6,000 bytes. So let's, instead of like going straight onto the extra large thing, let's just have a quick look at the other ones. The existing platforms, the ones we've been using, like that over there. That's a medium. That's now been named a medium platform A. But there is also a B, which looks a bit different. That's fairly cheap at 250. There's also a large platform A, which is also one of the existing. Actually, that's the large platform, isn't it? That one. That's not a medium one. It's a large one. But there's also now a large platform B, and a large platform C, and a large platform D. Increasingly expensive. Well, sort of. So let's just see what this one looks like, because this is nice and cheap. Maybe a large platform B as well. So I've been looking through the various machines to find where you actually make these platforms. So you can get the medium platform A and B here, at the small fabricator. But even though I've unlocked the large platform A, B and C now, I did the C off camera, I'm unable. I can't see my way to printing. I'll just give it that. I can get my large platform A from here, but that's apparently it. For some reason, it won't let me do anything else. So I'm not quite sure how to sort out the platform B and C, whether that's either an oversight of the update or not. But that's most annoying. Anyway, so we need resin, I think it was, to actually make ourselves a medium. I've got the lithium again. I just want to see what the medium platform B looks like. It looks actually like a smaller version. So I'm not quite sure what the point of this one is. Oh, hang on, where's it gone? May as well unpack this. Oomph. Oh, it's got... yeah. Well, it's a bit small. But I suppose it could... if you wanted to make a cheap way of making like a little four-way for your connections, I mean, I'm sure that would be quite nice. But otherwise, I suspect I'll just keep on doing like large platforms. I'd like to try B and C, but you're not going to let me do that. God damn it. Just put that there. I've got to put this somewhere. I know what we'll do. I made a spare large platform so that I can just sit there forever now. Apparently there are now some modules you can unpack on top of Rovers, actually properly unpack. Once you do so, apparently it's permanent. But it does allow you to make, for instance, like a mobile base, if that's what you were kind of after, rather than the static base that I've got right here. I'm not quite sure why I'm gliding at the moment, but hey, never mind. Well, let's try and make it. I'm going to try and do a little experiment. Let's try and unpack a module. Well, first of all, we'll actually have to make one. What should we make? Well, what exactly is a module? Let's... Nope. Try that again. Well, we could try a little medium printer if we've got 2 aluminium. And then we can permanently have a medium printer on top of our base. I'm not quite sure why I would want that. I think storage is a lot more useful. Aluminium. There it is. Not quite sure how much I wanted. And print. Apparently there's been mild interface improvements in this, so there aren't quite so many great big coloured buttons for you to press. So there aren't quite as many kind of like things like this or whatever, lighting up your base. How are we going? Nearly done. Watch this not work now. Do. God damn it. Nope. Ah, you have to put it on a big one. Sometimes it's a little fiddly getting these to actually... There we go. Aha! We have a mobile medium printer, which can do all sorts of things if we really wanted to, including more medium storage. Now, as I say, I believe you can't actually take this off again. No, you can't. There's no prompt. There's just a use button. Anyway, we better actually just pop in, because a storm is brewing. Okay, so we're going out for a bit of a trip on our Rovers. I'm building a new one, mainly because I really don't need this great big thing here anymore. Although now it's I really should have put that... Oh. What do I even do with this now? I can't drive it. In you go. Oh, lads, that's a bug. Ah. Right, well, my wheels are buggered. Ah, they're fine. Oh, lads. Okay. There we go. Have to get these quite close. There we go. Oh, it's actually already powering up. Apparently they've actually updated the power lines for the Rover, so it's really obvious when a Rover is actually being recharged, or whether the base is pulling out power from the Rover, in which case the arrows will be in the other direction. That's actually quite nice, because we do need to power all that up. But yes, what I was talking about earlier was my extra splitter, which what I'm going to quickly do is whip up a quick extender. So I'll just need some copper that I've smelted. I think I threw away all my old extenders because I hated them. My inventory is a little full. Let's just get rid of lithium again. For some reason that's in my inventory again. Also a bit of resin can sod off. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is, this is going to be my Rover recharge point. So what I'm going to do, connect that up. Oh, that's already awkward. Never mind. Disconnect this. Like that. So one of the outputs is going to go to there. Oh, I think I've completely... Oh, it's not quite connected, that's why. Ah, the extenders. Oh, the extenders. That's why. It's just not quite close. It's just not ever so slightly... These bloody extenders. Stop using... What the hell has happened? No, what? I made an art. Okay, don't make an art. Right, pull those back in again. It's so hard to actually... There we go. Right, now move this carefully over here. And... Oh, no, wrong way around. Wrong way around. Oh, I've made another extender. There. You can see the light going on. Although, hang on. This isn't... all this stuff isn't even connected up. But, whatever. Wireless power. So now what we need is this... Which we do want an extender. Maybe a bit further. And just a little bit more. What is it doing? There we go. So we just need to park the vehicle on this one instead, because I don't really want it here. As I say, I don't really want it dragging the power out of the directly out of the machines. I want it to have its own little recharge bay. Get in. Get in. Eee! Stop waving your stupid gun around and get in. There we go. It's going to be hard parking every time here, but right. Try and push it towards it. It's hard manoeuvring one of these. Oh yeah, little... There we go. There we go, just filling up the rest of it. And there we go. So what this means is, normally I just like leave it as it is. That's going to have a 50-50 split most of the time. And this really, all it really is allowing me to do is, if my vehicle needs a really good charge, but also other things are happening over here and research is happening over here, I'd just be able to which way around would it be? That's not what I want. I'd push that to the right, and it means that my vehicle will get recharged immediately, and the research could wait. Or if I want to do the research above anything else, I could fiddle with this system a little more. There's not even much juice in the system at the moment at all. It's dynamically changed this time. This is the bottom one as the input, because it can, like, depends which one, how you connect it up in the first place. So it isn't always the top one that's the input. Anyway, I think we're all juiced up now anyway, so let's pop off somewhere. Let's test out the physics. I'll probably wait until it's actually morning. And we'll test out the physics and go in search of a researchable or two. Get in! Why is it so hard to get in the thing? Get in! I don't know why it's so difficult now. There seems to be a very sweet spot that you have to hit for it to actually work. Anyway, I'll go in a direction I haven't really been before. I've been over there, been over there, been over there. So let's try and go yonder. Try and find maybe researchable up in the air rather than in the ground. Well, I'll say the physics for the. I think I was under the impression that that updated the physics in the previous update. Oh, that's a hole. That's not too bad. I was under the impression that they'd updated the physics of the previous update, but I don't think they really did. And this time they've actually explicitly said the suspension is better. Well, we're falling in a hole now, so it's a little hard to say. Oh look, we've got some copper. We actually do need some copper. So I got 3 researchables, which is not too bad. I'm definitely feeling that this is a lot more manoeuvrable. I mean, I feel like I could do a lot more even with 3 buggies. I mean, look at that. Look at the way I just, like, oozed my way out of that particularly tricky situation. And also, oh my God, that's probably quite a bit of a drop. Also, it no longer feels like these tiny rocks are going to, like, completely ruin your day. Still not exactly super fast, especially because we've got quite a full load. I could have got room for 1 more researchable, but never mind. But yes, it just generally feels a little better to control now. It no longer feels quite so nuts. Let's actually have a bit of a... Yeah, there we go. Actually, we did not go very far at all, did we? Now, let's see if I can actually remember where my recharge thing is. Which direction am I supposed to come from? I think it was here, wasn't it? Oh, that's it. Perfect. Yep. There we go. And get out. Connect up. And we can start our thing again. I'm still getting things where that sort of like wireless power thing, which I thought that was a bug that they'd fixed. Oh dear, I think I missed. But for some reason, sometimes you can get detached platforms. What's going on here? Oh! Ah, right, I connected things up the wrong way, and now my rovers are being discharged. And you see, I wouldn't have actually noticed that if it wasn't for these for the new system. That's rather sporting of it. Although, having said that, it's now going... Not quite sure what the situation is here now, because this thing has now got 2 inputs, whereas before it only had 1. How peculiar. So if I just disconnect that... There we go, now it's recharging. From the left to the right. Very slowly. There's not much power in the grid. Right, I actually better start these researchables actually going. Otherwise... Oh, 1,000 bytes! That's actually more than expected. 500. That's a bit poo. Okay, so there's not much more I want to do in the video. I'm going to try and unlock a extra large platform for 3,000 bytes, but I think the extra large storage might be a bit beyond us. It's going to take quite a long time to actually even just get to the 3,000 we need for the extra large platform. I just want to see how big this damn thing is. There's a lot of researching to be done. There won't be enough in these particular researchables, unfortunately. So it looks like I've got another trip to make on my little buggy poos. Wherever it is. There it is. Well, I think I've done quite well. Oh. There we go. Make sure I'm recharging. There we go. At a crash site for one of these things. One of those things over there. If you can see that. I managed to find one of these. This is going to be good research, I think. I also found in the depths of caves. I found a little mushroom thing which I don't actually recognise. I don't think I've seen this research before. I also discovered those two extra slots that you've got in the front and the back can actually fit one of these things. So instead of like going out and only be able to fit on 5 onto this little chain, I'd be able to, in theory, fit on 7, which is quite immense if you want to go on a really good researchable gathering expedition. Actually, it occurs to me. If all the power is going to the wrong places, this is a perfect opportunity to try and divert all our power into... Oh, hang on, we've just finished one. I'll try and divert all our power from going to the rovers and the machines into this. Let's see how much this is actually going to give us. 7,000?! Holy fuck, that's the biggest one I've ever seen. No wonder they must be bloody rare. No wonder I've never seen them before. Wow! Okay, so yellow mushroom with red spots. I found that under one of the spiky mushroom type things underground. 7,000! No, this one's about to finish. Yeah. Can't even bother to wait. Let's try this one. That's not a researchable! Yes, it is. Didn't think it was going to work for a second, though. This one's 6,000! Bloody hell, that's the best, that's the most fruitful trip I've ever made. This is going to keep us in jam for years. And by jam, I mean researchable. It's not research, anyway. Right, so let's do a bit of diverting. Let's put most of the power away from the buggy. And you. Yeah. So this needs to go... pretty much. Let's put it like to there. So that should speed things up. I should have done it before and after tech check, but let's just bring up our thing. 280 bytes a minute. Yeah, that seems a bit more like it. Very soon we shall have our 3,000. In fact, I may even go for 6,000. Try and unlock absolutely everything that we want to do. Whilst we're waiting, it is worth pointing out in this update, a few things to do with getting vehicles has been made cheaper. Like the vehicle bay is now, I think it's only worth, you need to unlock you spend like 300 bytes on a vehicle bay now. Medium rovers and large rovers have had their price cut a little bit as well. I mean, you can get involved in vehicles a bit quicker. It looks like a storm's brewing again, so let's get back in our little habitat. So there are still a few kinks in the power system that I've been discovering. Like, it is possible to get it into a bit of a flaky situation like this, where the numbers are jumping around all over the place, and obviously they shouldn't do that. And it makes all the chevrons go a bit crazy. And it does mean that the actual rate here is just flapping about all over the place. I fear that. So for the moment I'm just having it pretty much directed into nothing but the researchers thing. It's a bit slightly pointless because it's not like at the moment the rate is what, 642, but so long I can still hang on. I can still sort of like even it out a bit, and it's still 642 because there is spare power. I mean, this doesn't, I can draw as much as it physically can. There are limits for other reasons other than just simple amount of power going into it. So I don't feel like you need to actually shut off everything every time you want to use it or whatever. Anyway, we can now unlock... Not quite sure why that was open. We can now unlock our extra large platform. And we're very close to actually getting the extra large storage as well. I'll be able to plonk it on top. Okay, so I'm having trouble again trying to find out how to actually make this extra large platform. Again, I can't actually see a way of doing it. So instead, what I'm going to do is spend those 6,000 bytes I've researched on unlocking the large rover. I'm going to have a bit of a look at see what that looks like these days, because it looks slightly different. I believe it has like the slots, the new slots of the medium rover, and just will look ever so slightly different. This is the first time I've actually had a large rover in a long time, so it'd be fun to actually have a bit of a play around. I'll have to nick... Oh, I've actually got a spare seat somewhere around here. I've got a spare seat. There it is. Unfortunately, at the moment, the progress is going a little bit slow. We're almost there. Just 100 more bytes. Why is it only 176 at the moment? There's no wind. Yeah, the bloody wind. So, anyway. These things are still going very strong. I'm pleased to see. Where's the vehicle bay? Oh, there it is. So the vehicle bay is actually done in the new style now. So we can't actually get the large rover just yet. Just get out of the way. There we go. Ah, there we go. 6,000 bytes. Unlock that. And now, large rover, 4 aluminium. I should be able to should be able to get that sorted. Right. I really should learn not to. Oh God! That's a shuttle I abandoned after it went. Well, after the stream. Right. So do let me know in the comments if you know why I can't find out how to print the new versions of some of the platforms. Not quite sure it's just me, or there's something wrong with the game at the moment. I'll need a hotfix. But at the moment, and that certainly doesn't do it. And the medium fabricator doesn't do it. No. I don't think there's a larger version of this, where there doesn't seem to be a large fabricator or a large printer at all, so I don't know. Anyway, how long does this actually take? I think I need all the power to go into here now. Oh, it's going very slow. Might do a little bit of diverting then. See, that'll speed things up a bit. Yeah, we're going okay. That can get out of the way. Should be medium platform. Do 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 do. Already you can start to see the slots on the front, so that's a good sign. Apparently the extra large platform has 8 power slots for you to distribute as you need, which is rather snazzy. It's incredibly low powered at the moment. God damn night time. At least there's a bit of wind going on. I've only... Yes, I have. I'll bring in something onto the small generator. Should give us a bit of extra power. There we go. Last bit sorted. Change the splitter. Just even things out a bit. Oh yeah, that does look a bit... Oh, look at the slots on that. There are 4 slots in the front now. That's lovely. That has to go there. And it's filling up with power nicely. And I'll just have a quick ride around. Okay, so that'll be it, I think. So thanks for watching. Do subscribe to be notified when new stuff goes live. We do play a bit more Astroneer here and there, so do subscribe if you want to see more of that. Not quite sure where the next stuff will be. Maybe if we can find out what's wrong with these platforms at the moment. See if it's just me who's being a lunatic. It probably is. I'll put my hands up for that. Anyway, this feels really good to drive. I think I'm going to turn this into my main vehicle. In fact, I might even be able to get a chain of... Oh. of all the other... Oh. Well, I'm out of power. Well, that's it then. Yep, so again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.